Have you ever bought a brand new pair of Jordans and were like, man, these are so clean, but I don't know how to lace them the cool way? Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, we're going to be taking a look at the beginning of shoelaces, how to lace your Jordans the cool way, and then why this benefits you. So, jumping into our first point, we're going to talk about how these lacing methods came about. But first, a little bit of history. According to locklaces.com, laces have been around since 2000 BC and were first patented in 1790 by a man named Harvey Kennedy. Back then, they just did the little traditional way to lace them. Fast forward to now, and there's a lot more creative and unique ways to lace them. According to sneakerfreaker.com, a lot of these gained popularity in the early 2000s from skaters. They would always find ways to like make their laces better. You can tuck them in, or they're not out, while they're skating. Make it, less of a hazard. As the years go by, fast forward to now, a lot of these shoes now, like Jordans, are made for more fashion than comfort, and a lot of the lacing methods came with them. The most common now are the standard tie, the dangle where it comes out of here, and then the no-show like these are. And now that we talked about the history, let me show you how to actually tie them and lace them. And I think it's very simple and anyone can do it. So this is my shoe, Jordan 4 Infrared. This one, I have it tucked in, so you can't see any laces, and they're just inside the shoe. That's one way. And if you want to start this, the most important thing is lacing them up first. See, these are very loose, very you'd think that's not very safe, but you put the foot in and, they're flattened out. And that's very important. So when I do it, I just have my foot in there and lace them until it's just barely tight when my foot's on it. And then you just go all the way up like normal. And for this one, instead of lacing, in and coming out like you do, you go from in, so they're in the shoe, and then you have the laces just in there. You can tie them like this or whatever and tuck them behind, and then boom, it looks better, looks cleaner. Also, you can do the untime or whatever, how you want to do it. Say you like you like them to show a little bit, you like them to dangle at the sides. Instead of doing it like that, you take it and you go how you normally do, in, coming out, and then you'd set the preference of how low you want it to dangle, and then boom, you got it like that. You see people walking around like this, or there's just the traditional where you tie it. But one of the more important things is these, and I'll explain why the next point. Now that you got this information from me, you're like, why is this important? Because tying your shoes is easy, everyone does it, but it is important because you don't want to hurt your foot, and that seems weird because it's a shoe. But according to clevelandclinic.org, thousands of people every year get something called extensor tendonitis. And extensor tendonitis is when the tendons on the top of your foot, just like on your hand, they get inflamed and they start to swell, and it hurts really bad. And the number one cause of this is tying your shoelaces too tight. And that's such a common thing people don't even realize. So having them loose like this, it eliminates that. And this extensor tendonitis can last up to years if you don't know the cause, or if you don't get it treated. Just years of pain. You can just throw it away, lacing them nicely. And now that we've learned a bit of history about the shoelace, how to lace your Jordans a little better, and why this benefits you, I hope the next time you buy a new pair of shoes, you stop and look at your laces and make sure your laces look as cool as your shoes do.